Malaria, a disease effectively eradicated in the US since 2003, has made an unexpected comeback. At least 5 individuals spread across Florida and Texas have been infected with malaria, according to a recent health advisory by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, that is the CDC. This resurgence coincides with billionaire philanthropist Bill Gates's significant investment in an anti-malaria firm. Could Gates' well-intentioned efforts have inadvertently triggered this alarming outbreak? Or could there be a more sinister motive lurking beneath the surface? Hi and welcome to a fresh new episode of The New World Order with me, Atul Mishra. US and European countries have poured billions of dollars in aid and weapons to the war as a bait to instigate Russia. After Sweden and Finland ditched NATO, it is that in the army general. However, the puppet king, consumed by power and fear of... The CDC's announcement surprised the nation as it revealed the first known cases of locally acquired malaria in the US since 2003. Malaria caused by parasites transmitted through Anopheles mosquitoes was once endemic in the country, though the cases reported involved Plasmodium vivax, a malaria parasite species less likely to cause severe disease. The implications are still deeply concerning. As the news sent shockwaves through communities, the CDC promptly initiated investigations in collaboration with state health authorities. Their primary objectives include identifying potential cases, monitoring the situation, and implementing measures to control local mosquito populations. While these efforts are commendable, one cannot help but wonder about the underlying causes and connections surrounding this sudden resurgence. Here's the intriguing twist. Bill Gates, through the Gates Foundation, has been actively combating malaria for years. His commitment to fighting the disease is evident through the $1.6 billion donated to the Global Fund and an additional $2 billion in grants specifically aimed at combating malaria. For the unaware, Gates Foundation has been developing a powerful tool to fight malaria, monoclonal antibodies. The drug therapy is under development and could become available toward the end of the decade. As per the Gates Foundation, the aim is to protect children most at risk from malaria with one injection ahead of the rainy season when malaria transmission is highest. So instead of the 3-dose RTS-S vaccine, you could just come in every year ahead of the season, have a single encounter with the child, and protect the child for at least 4 months and as much as 5 or 6 months. However, the timing of this resurgence begs the question: did Gates inadvertently set the stage for the comeback of malaria in the United States? Critics argue that it is highly suspicious that after 2 decades of no reported cases, an outbreak occurs precisely in the areas where Gates's anti-malaria initiatives were launched. Could this be a case of unintended consequences or a meticulously orchestrated plot to create demand for the products and services of Gates-funded companies? Bill Gates, despite his philanthropic endeavors, is undeniably a businessman. Throughout history, we have witnessed problems created or exacerbated to exploit them for financial gain. Is Bill Gates walking down the same path, blinded by the allure of profit? While we can only jump to conclusions with concrete evidence, examining the potential motivations behind Gates's investment is crucial, as his pursuit of financial gain overshadowed his humanitarian goals, if they existed in the first place. Are the lives of those affected by malaria in the US being used as pawns in a game of profit? The reappearance of malaria in the US raises troubling questions about the true intentions behind Bill Gates's investment in an anti-malaria firm. Whether this outbreak results from unforeseen consequences or a calculated scheme, it demands thorough investigation and scrutiny. As society grapples with the resurgence of a once-eliminated disease, one must remain vigilant in scrutinizing the actions and motives of those who claim to be public health champions. In the pursuit of progress, one must ensure that profits never take precedence over the well-being of common people.